Hello friends and hunters, welcome back to my channel. So with the exciting launch of Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch and soon to come to PC, I thought I would put together my top tips for new hunters and beginners alike. So my first tip would definitely be to head on straight over to the training area and try your hand at the different weapon types. There's a chest there where you're able to change your gear and the game already provides you with a starting weapon of each type, so you can just grab them and go. There are 14 different weapons in total in Monster Hunter Rise, so give them a go and see which ones you enjoy the most. There are plenty of amazing weapon tutorials on YouTube, so I'd highly recommend watching some of those once you've picked a weapon to just fully understand your movesets. My next tip would be to head out on an expedition to collect as much stuff as possible. You will need all types of materials like herbs, ores, bones and many more to craft items, armour and weapons later on in the game, so it's good to grab as much as you can early on. I always try and collect as much honey as possible at the start of any Monster Hunter game. Honey can upgrade normal potions to mega potions which heal for a lot more and definitely come in very useful. While out on the expedition, I would also suggest practicing climbing and travelling with the wire bug. It's really good to get used to it as soon as possible, so it just becomes a lot more natural to use during hunts. Once you've done a few hunts and gotten used to everything, I would go and speak to the blacksmith and pick a new gear set to make. The starting gear is pretty weak, so this would definitely help you during the tougher fights. Struggling with an aggressive monster? Use traps. I can't stress this enough. Traps are so helpful. It gives you time to do a good amount of damage without the monster running around and attacking you like an absolute maniac. I would also say make sure you take your time on hunts. It's very easy to just run in and be super aggressive, but especially when you're new to the game, sometimes you need to just take a bit of a step back, sharpen your weapon, and make sure you're healed up just so you don't get in any sticky situations. Make sure you eat meat to fill up your stamina bar. As you can see here, my bar isn't full, but eating one of these rations will refill it back up. Another amazing feature added in Monster Hunter Rise is the palamute. Not only are they absolutely adorable, but you can also use them to your advantage whilst fighting monsters. You can use a lot of items whilst on them, and the main one that I always use is the sharpen feature. So instead of running really far away just to sharpen your weapon, I would recommend calling your palamute over, jumping on and just sort of running around the monster. As you can see here, that is exactly what I'm doing, and just sharpening, and then you're good to jump straight back into the fight. Another tip is to fast travel around the village. If you press the plus icon on your Nintendo Switch and go through your system settings, you can see there is one that says Move Around Village. Once clicking on there, you can see all of the different places within the village of Kimura that you can travel to, and even if someone needs to speak to you in said area, there'll be a little icon there to show you. Another quick little tip is you can actually access the multiplayer quest board via the little mini option in the bottom right corner. Instead of having to go over to the actual physical board each time, you can just join from anywhere in the village. So I can't stress this one enough, but make sure you eat before every single hunt. And that's not just monster hunts, that's even if you're going out just to collect items. There's also food that can help you get extra items and more loot, so definitely check those out. If you guys are interested in a more in-depth video on the food system, please let me know and I can make one. But if you accidentally go on a mission and you've forgotten to eat back in Kimura Village, you can actually eat at the campsite. So if you go over to the tent, you can see that there is the option to eat there also. So the Plaza is an amazing area in Monster Hunter Rise. If you want a more in-depth video about that area, please let me know and I can definitely do that because there's a lot of different stuff to do here. But the main thing that is my beginner's tip is to recruit and send a palico or palamute out to collect an item of your choice. So as you can see here, you can pick an item. I've gone with honey. As mentioned earlier, I like to make as many mega potions as early on as possible. I get hit quite a lot, so I need the big heals. So after each hunt, you can come back and collect whatever your palico or palamute has collected for you, or you can just let it build up over a few hunts and just go and collect it then. Another good tip to know is that every now and then the market actually has a sale on. So I usually wait until then before stocking up on items such as potions, antidotes, barrel bombs, etc. just to get them at a slightly cheaper rate. And last but certainly not least is to have fun. Monster Hunter can get pretty stressful at times, especially if you're triple carting over and over on one monster, but you've got this. So they were my beginners tips and tricks to Monster Hunter Rise. I hope they managed to help you on your new adventure. If you have any other tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments below. If you are playing Monster Hunter Rise or just interested in seeing some more gameplay, feel free to come over to my Twitch channel. I will link it down in the description below. I play very often over there. We have a really active community. So if you want to join in with some hunts, feel free. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a nice thumbs up. And if you want to see more Monster Hunter Rise related content, click that subscribe button because there'll be a lot more coming soon. Take care guys, thanks for watching, bye!